Hello there, my friend. I know why you're here. I'd bet that when you woke up this morning, the very first thing you did was reach for that glucose monitor. And once again, the numbers just didn't line up with the effort you were putting in. You look at that screen, then you look at your bowl of oatmeal or that slice of brown toast on the table, and you feel this mix of frustration and frankly, a little heartbreak. You're asking yourself, what am I doing wrong? I've cut out the junk, I've followed the rules. So why does this cycle never end? I hear you. I really do. In my 40 years of practicing medicine, I've seen a lot of tears shed right here in this office by folks in their 50 and 60 people just like us who are working themselves to exhaustion just to get a decent blood sugar reading. But here's the thing, you aren't the problem. Your willpower isn't the problem. The problem is that the world out there is shouting healthy at you while selling you a pack of lies. They're selling you a bill of goods, but what they're actually delivering are silent blood sugar spikes. Today, I want us to sit down not as doctor and patient, but as two friends of the same generation and peel back the curtain on 5 of these traps. Before we dive in, if this conversation resonates with you, I'd be honored if you'd hit that subscribe button. Think of it as a virtual handshake, a way for me to know I'm not just talking to a wall, but helping a friend. You see, at 60, our bodies are a bit like a vintage house. Those cellular locks are getting a little rusty, and that key called insulin doesn't turn quite as smoothly as it used to. That's why things that a 20-year-old can eat without a second thought are for us a heavy burden. The first trap, and honestly the one that breaks my heart the most, is instant oatmeal. Oh, oatmeal. Everyone tells you it's heart healthy and great for your cholesterol. And it is. If it's the old-fashioned steel-cut kind that takes 20 minutes on the stove to get tender. But those little paper packets, the ones you just add boiling water to that smell like maple syrup or vanilla. My friend, that's just sugar in a different outfit. Your body doesn't even have to work to digest that. It hits your bloodstream as fast as a soda. I had a patient once who ate instant oats every single morning and couldn't figure out why she felt dizzy and shaky by 10 a.m. It was because her sugar shot to the moon and then crashed into a ditch. Don't let the healthy label fool you. If you don't have time to cook real oats, grab a hard-boiled egg. Believe me, your pancreas will thank you for it. That brings me to fruit juice. I have folks brag to me all the time, "Doc, I squeeze my own orange juice at home. It's all natural." I get it. You're doing it out of love for your health. But did you ever stop to ask why Mother Nature wrapped that orange in a thick layer of fiber? That fiber is the brake pedal. It slows down the speed at which that fructose slams into your liver. When you toss the pulp, you throw away the brakes. You're drinking a concentrated dose of sugar. For a liver that's been working hard for over half a century, that's an absolute overload. Don't drink your fruit, chew it. Let your teeth do the work and let that fiber protect you. Now, if you're still with me, it tells me you're someone who truly values your well-being. Take just a second to hit that subscribe button so we don't lose touch in this sea of internet noise. It really does mean the world to me to have you here. Now let's talk about whole wheat bread, maybe the greatest marketing lie in the food industry. You go to the grocery store, you see that brown loaf labeled 100% whole wheat, and you pick it over the white bread. But look closer. Is it soft and fluffy like a cloud? If it is, that means they've pulverized that grain into a superfine dust. Your body treats that dust exactly like white sugar. A lot of the time, that brown color is just molasses or caramel coloring. I tell my patients all the time, If that bread isn't a little tough to chew, it probably isn't the real deal. At our age, we want the coarse stuff. The grains you can actually see. The fourth one is what I call the snack trap, dried fruit and granola bars. You're out for a walk, you get a little hungry, and you reach for a handful of raisins or a healthy granola bar. You think it's better than a cookie, but raisins are just grapes with all the water removed and the sugar concentrated. It's way too easy to eat 10 raisins. It's much harder to sit down and eat 10 giant watery grapes and those convenient granola bars. To get those oats to stick together, they use syrup, honey, or juice concentrate. It's a candy bar in a hiker's costume. At 60, when you need a snack, reach for a handful of raw almonds or walnuts. They're quiet, they don't brag, but they actually protect your arteries. And the last one, it's the low-fat products. This is the most sophisticated trap our generation ever fell for. For decades, we were told fat was the enemy, the cause of every heart attack. So we reached for the non-fat yogurt and the light salad dressings. But you want to know the manufacturer's secret. When you take the fat out, the food tastes like cardboard. To make it edible so you'll buy it again, they pump it full of sugar. A low-fat yogurt often has twice the sugar of the full-fat version. Plus, natural fats actually help stabilize your blood sugar. Don't be afraid of the fat in your dairy, your avocados, or your olive oil. Be afraid of the fat-free stuff that's hiding a chemistry lab and a sugar mountain inside. Listen, my friend, I'm not telling you this to scare you or to make you feel like there's nothing left to eat. Life at 60 is like a beautiful late afternoon. We should be enjoying the view, not stressing over a glucose meter. I just want you to be a little skeptical of things that are too convenient or too shiny. Your body is a temple, and after all these years of service, it deserves the real thing. Don't force it to process those processed shams anymore. A couple of eggs, a piece of wild-caught fish, plenty of greens, and some raw nuts. That's the real medicine. If you think this chat might help a friend who's also struggling to make sense of their numbers, please share it with them. And don't forget to subscribe so we can keep growing older and wiser together. Thanks for sitting a spell with me and listening to an old doc ramble. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, instead of worrying about the number on that machine, just smile and choose a real breakfast. I'll see you in our next talk. Be well.